Okay, we're headed to the gym now. We're catching a little bit of traffic, so I had to kind of restart some of these car talks because it was just kind of all over the place. People have been driving pretty crazy. They're driving clueless. They're driving clueless today, but we're on our way to the gym. We picked up this sick ass Jimi Hendrix shirt yesterday from Old Navy for 697. Tell me that's not a damn steal. 697 is crazy. And it's also brand new, which is perfect. I was telling Jasmine how the thrift stores aren't even affordable anymore. Every time we go to a thrift store, things are costing hella money. And they almost cost the same things that you would buy at a regular store for brand new, and you're buying it there used. So it's just not it's not making sense to me. So I think slowly we've been kind of moving away from thrifting just because it's not affordable anymore. Honestly, things have just been so expensive. You can probably find better deals at a regular clothing store. But we picked up a few cool things. Jasmine got a bunch of things on sale too. She got a few shirts that she wanted, so she can kind of have some everyday wear. She's wearing one today, super fucking sick. They ended up fitting pretty well because she sometimes has a hard time finding shirts that she likes and everything. So we got lucky yesterday, and those shirts were the perfect texture and everything. Because you know how sometimes some shirts just they can look pretty cool, but then when you put them on, they just don't feel right, and so that can sometimes happen. But luckily yesterday we found everything we needed. Now this shirt too is also hella soft. It's a little bit on the looser end. I would honestly prefer a little bit more box cut, so that way it's a little bit more less kind of like long. It feels really long. I think that's just the only thing. I think if it was kind of like a little bit more crop, perfect. It'd be a perfect shirt. But either way, it was we can't really say much for $7. I'm not gonna lie, this thing is fire. And it's a perfect pump cover. Mostly when it comes to hot days because it's really thin. It's a really thin shirt, which is nice. Now, today we're also doing a bunch of things after the gym. We're going to go watch a movie. Which movie are we watching again? I forgot the name of it. Together. We're going to be watching Together, which is a horror movie, I believe. And I think Jasmine told me about it. I think we saw it in a trailer when we went to go watch a movie because we've gone to a good amount of movies over the past few months. So I feel like we've seen the trailer, but we kind of talked about it until Jasmine brought it up again. I was like, okay, yeah, we got to check it out. Now the unfortunate part is that there was no showing for anything close to us. We have to hella drive out, which was a little bit of the unfortunate part. We had to hella drive out, so we're gonna have to drive out a little bit more than we would like, but I think we'll manage. Thankfully, it's close to the gym, so I think we're good to go. I think we're good. I think it's maybe like a 10, maybe 15-minute drive, so it's not too far out the way. Now we might have to gas up maybe tomorrow because we're on 4 bars. So we've been cutting a little bit close. You guys already know that this is becoming a bit of a trend. But let's not make it. Let's hopefully tomorrow we get to gas up before it tells us that we're on low gas. But we're gonna go watch that movie later on today. Ooh, we're also gonna be getting some McDonald's now. I know what you're thinking. Are you about to go crazy? Are you about to have a crazy cheat meal? Nah, I am not, unfortunately. Although I would love to. I would fucking love to. What I am gonna end up getting, or what we're both gonna get, is we're gonna get the chicken wraps that they have. Jasmine also reminded me that they have chicken wraps again. I was like, dude, we gotta get some. And so we're gonna get some chicken wraps. Don't tell the movie theater, but we're gonna be eating them inside while we're watching the movie. And I also, because it's not a cheat meal because I'm counting these calories. It's not a cheat meal. I also brought these baked chips. There's just one serving, 28 grams of the sour cream and cheddar baked ruffles, I think is what they are, or Lay's or something like that. And so I ended up getting those because I can't afford the calories right now just because that chicken wrap was already going to be pretty hefty. Now it's not too crazy. It's 380 calories, or it kind of fluctuates. I kind of looked it up on Google and it told me 310, but then I searched it up again. I kind of did like a little deep search, and it looks like on in the US the calories are a little bit higher because you know people here be kind of crazy with their portion sizes. So the calories is 380 for the US serving, which is not bad honestly. It's just an extra 70 calories. Maybe they just put an extra little bit of mayo, maybe a little bit of sauce. Nothing too crazy. I think we'll manage, but we recorded everything into our my fitness pal so we can track everything. So we'll be good to go. Now we also have some oikos and we also have some quakers for dessert. So we won't be just finishing up with that wrap and some chips. So we'll be pretty good. We'll be pretty good. Now I've been getting more and more used to this watch and wearing it more often. And I'm not someone that wears watches, to be honest. I don't really wear watches. I just feel like they're always in the way. Even when oh my God, the Echo straps came in as well. We were testing them out yesterday. Man, there's so much going on. And so let's talk about the watch real quick and then we'll talk about the strap. So the watch, we just got it, I think, a few days ago, man. We got it because my mom had to get her Apple Watch back. She was kind of letting me borrow hers in the meantime. And so she needed it back because her phone wasn't working. And so I was like, "Bet, let me just give it back to you." I had to reset it and everything. And then I got this one, which is a Garmin 5 or something like that. I think that's the best I can come up with. And so I ended up getting it from Amazon. It took like 2 days to get here, but it's been pretty dope. I use it to track my sleep. It also tracks my stress levels, which is actually kind of dope. It can also track your water and hella different things, your energy levels. It's a pretty dope watch. And so it had really good reviews for sleep tracking and also for GPS and everything. So I said, why not get this one? And it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. So I've been trying to get used to it as much as possible. That way we can get the most out of our money and we don't just have it there like we did with the Apple Watch. Because the Apple Watch, we really just kind of had that thing just sitting there, just really collecting dust, and thus I was using it to track my sleep. So also the battery life on Apple Watches kind of suck. I'm not even gonna lie. This thing has been lasting me like for like 2 days. And I think I only charged it once, or like that's just because I wanted to charge it at 80%, but this thing lasts hella long. But I'll give you guys a good review maybe 6 months from now, and I'll let you know how long this bad boy lasted. Because you guys never know. Maybe this thing also doesn't last too long. Maybe we put it through hell or something. Maybe our heart rate is too high and it's just burst. Nah, I'm kidding. But the Echo straps, they come in yesterday as well. They're fucking sick. Now the padding on the wrist is actually kind of nice. It feels way more comfortable than other ones that we've used. So I'm pretty excited. I am pretty excited to start using them. Now, it is going to be a bit of a tricky situation with the watch, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is just putting the watch just a little bit lower on my hand. So that way I can just put the straps when we do use them for back day. I think that's what we're going to have to do. I don't think we really have an option, to be completely honest with you guys, because we're going to keep using these straps. They're fire. They're fire. Can't wait. Actually, let me show you guys. Let me show you guys here what the straps look like so you guys can see which ones we got. But I got both Jasmine and I a pair so that way we can start using them. Bro. Okay. But we're about to start taking our pretty shortly because we're getting near the exit. And we're also gonna have a hell of things going on because we're gonna go watch a movie, we're gonna go to McDonald's. So I will catch you guys at the gym. Let's see what we end up starting off with. Oh my God, I didn't even talk about the session today. Actually, before I end today, oh my God, before I end today, we're doing chest, we're doing triceps, and we are doing hamstrings. What the hell? Everything just there's so much going on that I completely forgot about the fucking session, which we're going to. But we're doing chest. I'm anticipating some incline chest press with the Smith machine. I think that'll be pretty good. I think 2 sets of those bad boys, maybe 3 sets, and then we either move over to some cables or we move over to I don't know, maybe some cables, and then maybe we just stick to the cables and do some flies there. If things are taken, then I think we'll just end up doing some dips. Honestly, worst case scenario. But then for triceps, we're gonna kind of keep it the same. some push downs, some crossbody work, some overhead. You guys know the usual 6 to 7 sets per usual. And then for hamstrings, man, I think today we're going to be doing the lane curl for 3 sets, and then we're going to be joining Jasmine for some good mornings because she's going to show me how to set up in the machines. So that's what our session is looking today. Let's see what we end up starting off with. We might even start off with some cable stacks. You never know. I'll see you guys over there. Jasmine was feeling like doing some dumbbell work, so that's what we're gonna do. I was originally thinking we're gonna do the Smith machine, but I think this should be pretty good. After this, I think we're just gonna do 2 sets. Maybe we'll move up to one of the isolation machines. We'll see what's open over there. If hopefully there's no class, because I already hear some music bumping. And next thing you know, there's a fucking class, and then I have to play around with the fucking audio. Anyways, we did a bit of a warm up. I think we should be pretty good. I tried out the 50s. I'm not feeling too bad. I think I'm gonna use the wrist wraps. Try to get as many as I can with the 75. See how that goes. Now, with this specific movement, when I try to use the elbow sleeve, it's hella fucking hard to then bring it like right here. But when I'm trying out with the Smith machine, it's a lot easier. So that's why I use the wrist wraps for these in particular instead of the elbow sleeves, just because it's hella fucking hard to set up. And then I don't want to fucking break a shoulder or something. All right, let's see how many we can get. It's like lopsided a little bit. That wasn't too bad. It's Jasmine's turn. I think for the next one, we're gonna do 70s. That wasn't too bad though. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's do our second set. Now, just kind of depending on how this second one goes, I either do one more or we fucking move on to the next one. It just kind of depends. Now, let's fucking hope I at least get a solid 7 8. That'll make me happy. Now, worst case fucking scenario, we pause it. And I think I'll be fine. But I am gonna use the wrist wraps again. Now, I forgot to mention this in the car talk, but I had this big ass fucking rash on my neck from yesterday's leg day. I didn't notice it until Jasmine pointed it out. And I want to go check myself out in the mirror. I have all these fucking red ass fucking marks here. Which is crazy. All right. Then we can get a solid 7, maybe 8. That's what I'm hoping for. We have Jasmine here just in case. Okay. Now, I think we're gonna move on. We either do some pressing with some cables, or we do that plate loaded machine that we like. Just depends on what's free. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, let's do this one now. Thankfully, it was already set up, so we really have to do much. Now we're gonna do, I think, 2 sets of these. I think we're gonna take both to failure, and then we might just fucking stick here and just do some flies, or if I want to kind of change it up a little bit, maybe I'll do some dips, and then I'll have Jasmine do this one. It just kind of depends. Now, let's try to go fucking as heavy as we can. I think last time we tried to fucking 60. And I think Jasmine laughed at me on the other side. So let's see if we can do 55 on this one, or maybe 50, and just kind of go from there. All right, let's do 55. Let's do 55 and hope we don't bust our ass. Actually, before you do that, I'm gonna just push this a little bit more this way. That's not too bad.
Are you sure about this?
Okay, that's good. Okay, let's drop it down a little bit. Now, I'm gonna call that shit a pre-exhaust. Because we got a little bit less than we wanted, which is not too bad. I think we just drop set it, hit it for maybe 3, 4 more. I think we'll be all right. I'm gonna drop sales. Yeah. 45. All right, let's drop set board verticals. Appreciate you, homies. Okay. Okay. Now, I think we're gonna go down for sure. Fuck. Let's do 45 second one and final fucking push. That was good though. It's Jasmine's turn. Maybe has a different angle. Okay, now I made a I made a bit of an executive decision. I think instead of doing 45, we're gonna do 40. Just to make sure I get a solid maybe 7, maybe 8, just because fuck me. That last one was rough. So let's try to get a little bit more controlled and see how that goes. So we're gonna do 40 kg. There we go. This bench is pretty sturdy though, which I really like. Nice. Dude, I'm fucking tired. Okay. I think we're gonna go do that fly that we like instead of doing flies with this thing. I'll see you guys over there. We got to the last one now. We're originally gonna do flies with that bench, but this thing's kind of already set up here, so might as well kind of just do it. I'm gonna go grab one of those little seat mats that we like to use to extend our back a little bit, our range of motion, and I'll be right back. Let's do it. We have the little extension pad here behind us. We're gonna set this bad boy up all the way to the back, get as much range of motion. Now I almost wish I had one more little notch that will make it just a tiny bit more back, but I think I'll be fine the way it is. Let me adjust this. Is that palm here? Okay. Let's go with 145. Let's try to get as many as we can. Hopefully I get at least a fucking solid 7, maybe fucking 8. We'll fucking see. We'll see. I'm really just hoping here. Push myself this way. Let's drop set that. What I think this can go more back. I know it can go more back. I know I was tripping. All right, let's drop set that though for 135. Oh. Okay. That was good. Let's do 125. I think that'll be good. What's nice about this specific pin is that it's pretty long. So I think I can put some 5s and 2.5s on. So let's do that. And I think we're gonna do 125 for the next one. I think that'll be good. All right. As you guys can see, the pump is already, it's already there. We're gonna do our last one now, and then we're gonna go move over to some triceps. I think we're gonna go do it in that machine that we like, or that specific cable stack that's close to the treadmills. I think that's gonna be our favorite spot for triceps or for even biceps. Now, sometimes we move over to the cages. Those feel a little bit more wonky. I honestly prefer the other cable stacks, but I think that's fine. It kind of just depends on who you are. Sometimes some people might like the cages or that specific cable stack, but some people might like the other one. I think I'm one of those people that likes the original ones. Okay, let's do this one now. We ended up moving down. I did pick up some 10s because the pin here is a lot, you can see it's a lot bigger. I can actually stick a weight through here, which is nice. So we're gonna do 125 for this one and hope for the best. And hope for the best. Nice. All right, let's do it. Honestly, the hard part is pretty much done. After this, tricep shouldn't be too big of an issue. So there you go. That's nice. Good job saying that. Good job saying down to 115 instead of the 125 now. Fuck. Gonna get down. Now let's try to get at least a solid 3. Maybe. If I'm lucky. It got 115. No, this needs a little crooked. Come. All right, yeah. Let's go through some triceps. Those last two felt wonky. But at least we're done with chest. All right, I think Justin's done too, so I'll see you guys in the next one. I think what I'll end up doing is just giving myself a little bit more exposure post production. It's a little bit dark on this side for some reason. It'll be fine. Now it's also, it feels like it kind of take turns. Sometimes the other side of the gym is dark, and then sometimes it's hella bright, and sometimes it's hella dark over here, or it's hella bright. Just kind of depends. Now we're gonna do, I think, 2 sets or maybe 3 of the push downs. I'm thinking 2, and then we'll do maybe just 1 crossbody, and then we'll finish it up with some overheads. That's most likely what's gonna end up happening. I don't know what to start off with. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think I might do maybe 50. Let's do 50. Let's try 50 kg. Try to get as many as we can, and then kind of go from there. Worst case scenario, you guys already know we'll pause it or we'll drop set that. All right, let's do it. Make sure this thing's on me. But other than that, the lighting's not too crazy. It's just a little dark. See, the 50 is not feeling too bad, actually. You see how this is going. Nice. Huh. That wasn't too bad. I think we can maybe get one more. Maybe get 7 if we're lucky. All right, we're gonna let Jasmine go. I'm gonna drink some fucking water. I'm thirsty. Okay. Let's take the 50s for a spin again. I think this is gonna be our final set. We're gonna do a total of 2 of these push downs, and then we'll move over to some crossbody. We'll just stay here. Just take this off and just set it up that way. Okay. Let me mentally prepare real quick, because sometimes I'm not all the way there. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully we don't bust our ass. I still got fucking hamstrings to do, so we're not just done yet. We're not done just yet, is what I mean. Okay. That's as good as that's gonna get. There's the one set of cross bodies. That's our first and last set of these cross bodies now. Start with my left. Whatever I get on this hand, I'm gonna just match it with my right and go from there. I think we're gonna do. Let me see how 15 feels actually. Hold on. Nah, that shit feels fucking heavy. I'm not gonna lie. Let's do 15. I think we'll be better off controlling it than kind of half-assing. Let's do it. You know, I think we got 6 or 7, so let's try to get the same. I fucking completely forgot. I'm not gonna lie. I think we'll be fine. All right. That's it for that. Let's do some overheads for 2 sets. And then we gotta do fucking hamstrings. So we got a bit to go. Okay, let's do overheads. We're just gonna do it for 2 sets, so it shouldn't be too bad. No. I think we're gonna start off with 40 kg. I think that's pretty good. I am gonna use the wrist wraps though. Give me a little bit more stabilized. Let's see how this 40 kg feels. It drops it at 30. Okay. One more. And then we're done with triceps. Just to make sure I at least get the same amount of reps as the last one. Or maybe just get one more. I think on the last one we got either 6 or 7. I don't remember. I think we got 6 though, if I'm not mistaken. Let's try to get 7, maybe 8 on this. And then we're done. We go on to the next one, thankfully. Today's session was also fairly quiet. There was hardly anyone here, which is nice. It's a lot more busy than usual. It's a lot less busy than usual. I was expecting more people to be here. Okay, let's do his 35s. See how many we can do. Hopefully 7, maybe 8. Okay. Oh, man. I think we matched it, which I think is good enough. But I remember there's maybe drops that a little bit for the 30 kg. Maybe hit it for maybe 2. But we're almost done. Let me fix my watch though, because it's fucking killing my circulation right now. There we go. It shit. Maybe this is one of the reasons I don't like wearing watches. It's just one more thing I gotta worry about. Okay, let's hit it for maybe 2 more. Maybe 3. Like, oh. That's it. Okay. Now that's as good as that's gonna get. Let's go fucking do some hamstrings. I kind of don't want to fucking do them, but we fucking have to. I'll see you guys over there. I'm gonna see you for a total of 3, and then we're gonna go meet up Jasmine on the other side to do some good mornings. I think for this one, I think we're gonna try 143 again. Try to get as many as we can. I'm hoping for at least a solid fucking maybe 6, maybe 7, if I get lucky. If not, I think maybe I drop set or maybe a pass in. We'll see. You guys already know. We'll have to pivot regardless. Now let's adjust this a little bit. Now, I don't really set a good example in terms of warming up. I really should be warming up for these just so I don't fucking pull a hamstring, but we're a little fucking careless here. But I think we should be fine. Worst case scenario, we just fucking stop right away. Hold on, I'll move this up a little bit. Let's drop safety maybe 10 more. That's not too bad though. No. This felt a little bit lower than usual, but I think it's fine. It was kind of dangling on my ankle instead of kind of sitting around here. So it felt a little bit awkward. All right, say for maybe 2, 3 more. We're gonna do 2 more. We're for sure dropping down. I think for the last 2, or for at least the second one, I'll do 127. And I think worst case scenario, we fucking move down to 110, which should be fine. Man, I'm already fucking beat. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more. I'll see you guys for some good mornings with Jasmine. She's gonna save the machine for us after this, so won't have to wait much. We kind of just saw Jasmine do it. I'm gonna try it out with the tint that she has on, but I think we're gonna for sure move up. Let's try it out and test it out and see what we fucking feel comfortable with. I think we should be able to go pretty heavy, just based on how heavy we go with the RDLs. But who fucking knows? Next thing you know, I end up busting my ass. So let's test it out first before we get too comfortable, too confident, too fast. All right.
Next stretch.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try maybe a plate in 25. I don't know what to expect with this shit. I'll move the mic. I don't know, in the way. Shit. I think we do 2 plates. That was too easy. We did too many for my liking. But I think this spot should be just good. Now, I think there's about to be a class that's going to start pretty soon, or so I think, because I think every day there's a class. So let's hurry up, do this quick pose now. We're gonna go. Actually, let me show you guys what we get at McDonald's before I forget. So I'll show you guys right here. This is what we got at McDonald's. Remember, I'm not gonna get any fries. Jasmine is, so maybe I'll try one of her fries. So we're gonna get McDonald's. We're also gonna go see that movie that I was talking about. So I'll get. You know what? I'll give you the names of the movie, and I'll give you the rating right here too, so you guys know what I think about it. Now, I've only really seen the trailer of it, so I don't really have too many expectations. It does look pretty good, so I think we're in for a good one. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we did. Let's get one more front lat spread. Man, I'm not gonna lie, posing down in itself is a fucking workout. I'm like huffing and puffing just from fucking holding my breath. It's no fucking joke. Holy shit. All right, let's see. All right. Let's take a look at the back and see how things are looking, man. Okay. Okay, I think that's it. It's time to head to the movie theater. We have a fucking busy day after this. We're already at 11K steps, so I think today we're probably gonna get around 13, which is pretty nice. I've been kind of getting into the habit of fucking eating 2 Halo Tops every single day, which is not the most ideal situation to be in just because you're you're consuming 490 calories right off the bat. So it can get a little bit tricky once you start to kind of work around that and try to work your meals around those the heavier calorie foods. So just try to be mindful when you're having those treats. That sometimes when you're indulging in them, it has consequences, and then you're gonna have to figure it out afterwards. But I'm gonna enjoy some fucking a spicy chicken wrap after this with some of those cheddar and sour cream ruffles, and then Diet Coke for sure from McDonald's. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I fucking always get scared when I get Diet Coke somewhere that's not my house, just because I feel, what if they fucking give me regular Coke, and then I'm fucking drinking my calories? So it's not the most ideal situation. Anyways, today was a good chest, triceps, and hamstrings day. Hopefully, the next time we do it, which is on Friday, it's an even better one. Anyways, I'm gonna clean up, pack everything up, and start heading over to the movie theater. Probably gonna hang out around there. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some back, for some shoulders. Remember, stay consistent and don't skip your cardio.